Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I hope you're all doing good today. Gonna turn the music down very slightly. Continuing this, good. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all doing good today. I like this. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. As you can tell from up there, we're doing a special stream today. We're doing a Q&A. I hope you're all doing good. We're gonna give people a little bit longer to get in, but I hope you're all doing good today. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Blue. Hi, Mego. How you all doing today? You doing good? Wonderful. That's really great. I'm waiting for my thing to come up. Do I not? I have it here. Whatever. Hi, thank you for following FostTTV. I don't know why my thing's not working, but thank you. I hope you enjoy the show today. I'm hoping today's going to be really fun. As you can see, I got my Q&A ready. We're going to be going through this, and it's going to be really fun. I'm hoping I can give some good answers, because I tried to do this, was it last Saturday? I don't remember. I tried to do this before, and middling results. But hopefully, now that I've actually announced it, I can have some fun and actually answer your burning questions. Burning questions. Ah, sweet. I hope so. I really want today to go well, because I've got all the questions. I've also got it. You're all gonna love this. I finally paid for Spotify Premium. So, no more ads. No more of my thing going dark. Thank God, listen. It's fine. I did it. I did it. I remembered to do it. I did it this morning because I knew I would forget. So I'm glad I did it. Also, just very quickly. There we go. Wait. There we go. Now I'm actually looking forward. Listen, sometimes Bill's insurance needs are really important, and we need to hear about them. It's one of the most important things in his life, and who am I to say that I shouldn't listen to him? He's a good guy. Sure, he goes on about insurance for way too long, but that's not really his fault. It's mine for listening. It's Hi Kay, how you doing? Welcome to the Q&A. I'm just giving people a chance to come in. How's your day been? Also, I love this. Totally unintentional. It looks like I'm resting my arm on it. This is great. This is pure coincidence. I hope you're all doing good today. Oh, I had a week. Woke up late. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I can entertain you and make it a bit better. Still looks great. It does. I'm hoping I can get some stuff to make it a little bit better. But it looks really good. But yes. How long are we going? We got like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go for 10 minutes. Doesn't work with my hands. We're gonna go for 10 minutes, and then we'll start the Q&A down here. Because I want people to have a chance to come in. I also really love just talking to you all. I love just talking to you. If I could manage just chatting streams better, I would. What? You know what? I'll do a quick one. What mocap and model type do you have? I use VRM. Song in the background, is that Gangster's Paradise? It is. Hi, TMNT. This is a jazz version of Gangster's Paradise by Postmodern Jukebox. Probably going to be hearing them the entire time. Hi, Zori. Can we ask you questions? Yes, just give me a second to answer the one before I forget it. I use a VRM model with VC face. I just use a webcam for my face tracking, as well as a leap motion tracker for my hands. But basically, I don't have a excessive setup. It's nothing like the ones from the creator. It's VRM is what you put into VC face. My model was made in Unity by the very talented Damon Grave. Wonderful guy, wonderful creator. I mean, look at me. And yes, my model by all extents is not extreme. I'm not Zentreya or anyone. I'm just a simple cartoon clown girl. I don't even have the right amount of fingers. Doesn't track my ring finger. This is gonna be hard. And it works well. I shouldn't say that. It works amazingly. For real. I look great. Doesn't do my shoulders, but who cares? But yes, anyone else have any questions before we get along with the questions that were asked? You trying to make your own? Oh, I could not. I was made in Blender. Made in Blender, imported to Unity, turned into a VRM, and then put into VC Face. It's a whole process. I paid for it. I can't do it. I am stupid. I am not smart enough to do this shit, so I paid for it. Big Vass? I almost caught it. Yes, you may suggest a stream idea. Always open to it. If your suggestion is I should be that's all in color, okay, that's okay. Thank you, sorry. Okay. Hi, Orsons. How you doing? We'll do an April Fool's stream where you're in color. Listen, you want to see this scene in color? I can show you what this is in color. Give me 1 second. This is my scene in color. The TV gets colored. That's all I've done. How about a rough diabolical liquor? No worry, Arson. Hopefully I can entertain you. How are you about TTRPGs? Funny you ask. I actually have a game tonight. I play D&D almost every Saturday. I'm super into them. I wasn't into them until like a year ago. Year and a half. Super into them. Really love them. I'm not so much a fan of the combat part of it as I am just the role play. I love playing characters, as you can tell from, this. How do you try to add them to the stream? That would be very hard. If you are interested in seeing the tabletop RPG games I do play, Gwen, if you could shout out our channel for it, that would be appreciated. Gwen, Blue, and a few friend of ours do actually play a D&D show. You do a lot of collabs. Do I? I told Frankly, as a fellow today, I had to shoot you follow. No worries, Fost. I appreciate you being here. Have a good night. Yeah, it's funny to think about. It's 10 in the morning for me. It's not a bad thing. Listen, I don't do a lot of collabs, mostly because my schedule doesn't work out with people. It's for real a problem. I'm trying to work on it. I'd like to do more collabs. Most of the people I have to collab with are either morning people or Europeans, because just time. It just doesn't work out, especially on weekdays. Yes, our tabletop RPG stream is on hiatus, but you can check out the YouTube where a bunch of the videos have been posted already. I'll have a glass of moonshine for you, Fost. I really appreciate it. But yes, I do play tabletop RPGs. I tend to lean towards bards. I like anything that's charisma based because I get to talk. That's my favorite. All right. Now here's the thing. Okay, Here's the thing as well. I have to get started on this, because this is what people are here for. This thing here. So I gotta actually start on this. You get one more.
You're cute, bitch!
Damn right. You have a favorite type of weapon? If so, what's your favorite? My favorite are Tommy guns. Second by brass knuckles. There's nothing quite as fun as a brass knuckle. You literally can't fail a flat roll. It's great. I run a special one that's just called the Jester, and it's my favorite. $5? Listen, I've got someone who sets me up. I've got my dealer. I'm set. Maybe message me on Twitter about it. Because actually, I'd love to tell that to her. But sure. But yes, in terms of weaponry, brass knuckles or a Tommy gun. Just also my favorite. No comically large hammer. It's too cliche. If I'm going to use a melee, I'm either doing brass knuckles or a baseball bat. I don't do hammers. They're too cliche, too expected. I like to break the mold a little bit when it comes to clowns. So if it's not weird. This is what this is all for. You're here to ask me questions. Send you a link on Twitter real quick. I appreciate it. I won't be checking Twitter right now, except to have my Q&A open, but I do appreciate it. All right. Without further ado, we're actually going to get into the Q&A. I do like those bombs. Those are my favorite. I've got a plan to incorporate those sort of things into the stream, but that's for a later time. We're going to finally get started. So, few of you might have seen this. I posted this 5 days ago. I had to check the dates. We're going to start. Some of them are very simple questions. Some of them are more extreme questions. So we're going to have fun with this. Starting off, Sire Smashy asks, what's your favorite food? So this is a weird one. Because it's a mix. I love hot wings. Absolute favorite. I will go out of my way to make like a big cookie sheet of just wings. And I just love it. Just so much. A whole thing of hot wings and a nice ranch dip on the side. It's good. I don't know why I put it in my eye, but that's how I eat. But yeah, not a bad question. Thank you, Smashy. Next one. Looney Metal asks, odd pull. Kind of curious what inspired your old VTuber name, your old name Lolliplox. Not sure if I got the name right. So, a lot of you are probably people who have started after the Bittles era began. So for those that don't know, I used to look like this. This used to be me. Doesn't work too much with my color correction. Let me just show this off to show you just how colorful I used to be. Look at this. Look at this. Look how colorful I used to be. Look at this. This is so much color. Started my filter back on because that's how I work. Really changes person. Where is you? So that used to be me. That was Lollipox. I used to do art as like a pastel goth clown. Now I'm just a normal goth clown.
Yes, sis, pop off. Go in. You didn't have to snap so hard.
So pink. I liked pink. I still do. I actually have a pink hoodie I wear all the time. But the story behind the name Lollipox was literally I wanted to be named Lollipop, but there was already another clown named Lollipop, so I just changed the second P to X. I wish it was more creative than that. It's really not. It's really not. And then I just kind of became Bittles, which I think that question is further down the questions, so we'll get to that when we get to that. Yes, thank you, Looney. It's a very common question. Whatever happened to lollipops? Why lollipops? And there you go. I used to be pastel pink. Next one. Pen and Ink Productions cast, can you do an Animaniacs joke? Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. And still going. Occasionally there's just a banana. Hi, Jingles. There we go. Hi, Frosting. How you doing? I'm back. So funnily enough, I meant to rehearse something for this. I forgot. Which is funny, because I got the lollipops thing all ready, and I forgot this one. I am never going to Brazil. I am never. Hi, Kat. How you doing today? How's your day? Wow, funny you asked that. That's further down the questions. Can I do an Animaniacs joke? You know what? Because I feel bad, next stream, Wednesday, I'm going to do the nations of the world. I'm going to try to do Yakko Warner's Nations of the World. We'll see how well I do with that. So answer your question, Pen and Ink. Sure. Next question. Beautiful people. They don't tend to like people like me. Just kind of decided not to use Twitter for a while. Hey, no worries, Jingles. At the end of this, you can all ask questions. You can all ask questions at the end of this thing. Once I'm done this. Cartoon Cat. Here's the thing. I don't know who Trevor Henderson is. I'm sorry, Julian Gonzalez. I don't know who Trevor Henderson is. Horror artists? I've probably seen their stuff. I don't know them though. So I don't have an answer for this one. He created I don't know what Cartoon Cat is. Like the chat's getting upset at me for this. I don't know what this is. I just don't have an answer. Siren Head? Oh. That kind of stuff? I never really got into it. Oh, yeah, I never got into it. He does good work, just not my style. So, unfortunately, I guess if I had to pick one, Cartoon Cat. Let's just go with Cartoon Cat. Next question. By BigGirlSandwiches.org. Wonderful name, by the way. Been seeing you around. Love the name. How was your day? This is the first day in like 2 weeks that I didn't wake up at 6 in the morning. I woke up at 7, but that's good for me. And I've just been awake. It's been like, I don't stream until 10:30. I got up at 7. And it was so long. I just sat at my computer for 3 hours just getting ready for today, which I probably could have spent time rehearsing the Animaniacs joke, but I didn't. So, otherwise, day's been good. It's gonna get better. I gotta do some shopping, and then I'm gonna do some D&D. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward. The next few are all from the same person. So, Lee, if you're here, thank you for the questions. Lena Elia asks, what's some of your favorite cartoons growing up? So I get this a lot, because people look at me and assume certain cartoons. Enjoy your game, Mego. people look at me and make assumptions like, oh, Betty Boop, um, old Disney, a bunch of that shit. And it's like, Felix the Cat. The thing is, I didn't actually grow up with Rubber Hose. I grew up with the weird, what was it called? The Strange World of Felix the Cat, The Wicked World of Felix the Cat, something like that. It was weird, bizarre humor. And I loved the style so much. It really heavily influenced my own art. And I still watch it. I still look at clips online just to get like inspiration for my own stuff. And it's really good. I also watched a lot of Popeye growing up. The wonderful world of Felix the Cat. Thank you, Cat. Also a lot of Popeye, who is like one of the most cartoony cartoons to ever exist, which is great because he's just an old guy with a big chin. And wouldn't have it any other way. And it's just, there's so much good old animation. I guess, trying to answer this more succinctly, The Wonderful World of Felix the Cat and Animaniacs. Animaniacs heavily influenced my style of humor. Just fast talking, joke after joke after joke after wordplay joke. Just, I love that style. It heavily influenced my own comedy. Those are kind of the big one. Beetlejuice. As you can tell from my stripes, I'm a big fan of Beetlejuice. Who eats guns? You want gun control? Invite Popeye. Exactly. Popeye will choose the option that's not even an option. You wanna shoot Popeye? He eats your gun. Screw you. Go West, Lucky Luke. I've never heard of that one. I'll probably look it up after stream. Well, when I get home. But yeah, I guess to put it in like the big three. Four. Wonderful World of Felix the Cat, Beetlejuice, Animaniacs, and Popeye. Those are the big ones that really influenced me. Just so nuts with its animation. It sounds like it'd be fun. Alright, thank you for the question, Lee. We're moving on to your next one. Can you do magic? No. I'm not a magician. Hi, Armored. How you doing? He was super powerful. Like, Popeye rarely got in trouble. He was in control. He was the OG. But yes, can I do magic? Sort of? Not really, though. Not really. I'm not a magic person. If you want magic, go find Nora. Okay, listen, spinach is gross. It's gross. It's amphibious. It's true. He was too strong. It's what he ate. It's true. Spinach is okay. It depends what you put in it. A nice spinach salad can actually be great. The real stuff. That's the good shit. Just 1 second. I'm trying to get Noelle on her chair. There you go, sweetie. Also, tell me if the music's too loud. Or too quiet. Popeye was unstoppable. It's incredible that, like, he was able to do so much while just being in the Navy. We don't have... People keep telling me about CCs. I've never had it. We don't have it up here. Overtake my guard. Listen, I live in an apartment. I don't even have the option of a garden. Just not mine. But yes, I cannot do magic. To answer this question, only for a toddler, do you think they would get scared if you do the I got your nose bit, end it with let's trade, here have my nose? Here's the thing, I have worked I have worked clown work with young kids, and like a big part for those is I know is to not go excessive with the clown makeup, because a lot of little kids don't understand exaggerated facial features yet. The little brains can't handle it. So if you're clowning for young kids, a good idea is to do very simple face paint and not too extreme of jokes. Some gags can just throw off kids way too much. Especially young ones. The got your nose thing, that can scare the shit out of them. Balloons. Balloons are a risky one, because if that pops, you scare a kid. Or you make their day. Some kids are super into that. Little freaks. But it's a case of just... You gotta be careful when entertaining kids. Because you don't want to be the kind of person that just scares the shit out of them. You made a mistake of wearing a clown costume at a Halloween party? I get it. Swarmed by kids. That's a great thing. Like 15 years ago, people hated clowns. 2020, people have started to love clowns. I love the shift that's been happening. Just people love clowns. My mom was a clown and brought me along to parties. The clown was my mother's, the other kids going to fight or flight. Love that. I can see it. I'm glad we're changing it so kids aren't afraid of clowns anymore. Or most people aren't afraid of clowns anymore, because, it makes my job easier. I should have a chair. I should have a chair behind me, just so it looks like I'm sitting down. I should. You see a lot of art. Listen, people like clowns. They like clowns in certain ways that I don't do. Kids just love horror now, but the thing is, they're liking normal clowns too. They're liking people like me who don't do horror content. Even though I acknowledge I can be scary looking. I acknowledge my design can come across as a little scary, especially because of these. These chompers can be a little intimidating for some people, and way too inviting for other people. Keep it in your pants. I don't deal with that shit anymore. But anyway, next question from Lee. Would you be okay with doing an edit joke using Animaniacs 2020 intro, where animating totally insane from streams? I feel like it'd be funny TikTok clips with that format. I feel like I could fit in. I could be the second Warner sister. Bittles. Naming convention certainly doesn't fit, but it's fine. I don't do edits. I don't know how to do edits, but I have a wonderful editor for me that I might work with to do some shit like this. The only problem I have with this is TikTok. I don't like TikTok. I really just don't like TikTok. Okay, there goes my thing. Great. Cool. My window capture's just gone. Nope. I'll take the sip. Give me 1 second. Why the hell did this just break? Cool. I'm gonna have to reset this, aren't I? Oh, cool. No, I don't. Good. Where the hell's my chat? We're gone. Yeah, great. There. Oh. There we go. Okay, chat's back. Sorry about that. I don't know what I did. I know what I did, actually. I was moving this so I could have my hands over this, so I could point to parts. I don't like TikTok. I don't like TikTok at all. I hate the site. I find it obnoxious and annoying. But I also acknowledge it's great for growth. So I gotta look into it. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Next one. Not from Lee. From Maggot Cupcakes. Do you see yourself changing your aesthetic in the future? Written oral or pop quiz. Listen, that was just a test to see that my chat actually worked. In terms of changing my aesthetic, I have thought about it. Because as much as I love effectively being one of two grayscale clowns, I fully acknowledge as well, I'm not necessarily clowny. Besides, like, maybe my stripes, my nose, my face. I'm more cartoony than I am clown. For real, if I got rid of my face makeup and my little nose, I feel like you could just assume I'm just a cartoon girl. It's not that that gives me away as being clown. So if I change my aesthetic, I have thought about going full rainbow. Just completely opposite of what I'm doing, but still rubber hose. I would just be the rainbow rubber hose clown. Not that there's other rubber hose rainbow clowns. I love that it's like, I'm just gonna take a quick thing to talk about this. I love that I have filled a niche. I've had people ask me, it's like, oh, how do you get into VTubing? How do you make yourself stand out? And a big part is to fill a niche. Try to be somewhat original. Try to fill up something that nobody else is doing. No one else is the rubber hose grayscale clown. Besides Classic, but he's going through some stuff right now. So, plus I'm the only rubber hose clown girl. So, I fill a good niche. Pretty happy about that. So, you know. Would I change my aesthetic? Probably not. I kind of like me. I like what I do. Non-clown. I will always be clown. It's my thing. It's what people know me for. I'm well respected in the clown communities. So I'm just gonna stick with it. Let's see. The next one is a long one from the wonderful Sally Slapstick. The world wants to know, if you had to pick either pizza or spaghetti to be eradicated from Earth, what's your pick and why? Looking very cursed. I could imagine, Jingles. If I had to pick one, spaghetti. It's not flavorful enough for me. And maybe, I acknowledge, I just haven't had good spaghetti. I acknowledge that. But I also just like pizza. I haven't had pizza in months, but I prefer pizza over spaghetti. It is a rough question. If I had a good spaghetti, talking like fully nice, soft, chewy noodles, meatballs, a good meat sauce on top, just all of that shit. Some good spaghetti. Trans rubber hose clown girl, that's a niche to fill in. Exactly. Especially, a lot of people don't know I'm trans. If I didn't have the tag down below, I'm sure there's a lot of people that wouldn't know I'm actually trans. I do love pizza. I don't go out of my way to get it, but if I'm offered, I'm offered. So what you can do with pizza, you can't do with spaghetti. True, but I can't make a big bowl of pizza. Also, I know you're supposed to eat, like, spaghetti off a plate, but screw that, I'm getting a big bowl. I'm filling a bowl with spaghetti. Just gonna die in the sauce. It's too filling. I get that. Pasta is very filling. It's also a lot of carbs, which is a big part of it for me. Pizza is not much better. So, you know. I could. Eternally lost in the sauce. I want to die in Mama's sauce. Just, But yes, if I had to get rid of one, spaghetti goes. Spaghetti in a bowl gains another club. Listen, it's the best way. You don't make a mess, everything just pools to the bottom, and you can just drink what's down there. Okay. Now here's a question, coming up is a question from the wonderful Dr. Memento. I get this question a lot. What inspired your name Bittles? Was it an intentional choice or a name that just stuck? So, I think I've talked about it on stream before. I actually just talked about it a bit earlier. I actually have done clown work. I used to do boardwalk work as Bittles the Clown. It was my actual performance name. And then when I came to VTubing, it was like, well, Bittles is already my performing stage name. Why not just use it again? So I just took it up, and now people have no problem. It's just Bittles. Because it's funny, I used Bittles years ago online. But I guess nobody really associates it as like a feminine name. So I ran into a lot of problems of like, oh, Bittles is so funny. He's such a great comedian. And it's like, girl. So for a while, I was concerned, like, oh, is Bittles going to come across as feminine? And I guess it does now, because I don't have anyone struggle to call me a girl. People also do call me boss, as you can see. Also, really? Yes, I used to do clown work. I actually still have my juggling clubs and unicycle right to my left here. But yeah, the name Bittles came from my performing days. It came from my performing days. It's actually, there's a fun story. Then because it rhymes with Skittles and therefore fruity. Wonderful. So Bittles is not actually my name. It's a nickname that just sort of stuck. Because my name is actually Itty Bitty. Everyone used to just call me Bitty, and then I lengthened it to Bittles. So we're just here. And now I'm just Bittles, and people think there's some deeper meaning behind it. Like, oh, do you bite, or are you a fighter and you've been in many battles? Like, no. I'm small. I'm itty bitty. Exactly. People forget I'm short. Itzels Bitzels, not itty bitty. Don't call me Itzel Bitzels. Only my mom does that. I hate her. Now for a fun question from my baby sister. Bippo asks, thoughts on trans girls in sexy dresses? I like them. For anyone who doesn't get this reference, she's referring to the picture I made that went semi-viral last week of real life me in a sexy dress. That I guess people really liked. Because God did it get a lot of attention. Like, a lot of attention. They're beautiful. They are. Like, the greatest. Like, really, really good. I really approve of them. I believe trans girls should show off their bodies when they're comfortable. Because you deserve to feel attractive and sexy. One boss to herself. I think it turned out good. There's also the animated version, which turned out exceptionally well, which I actually use for my Discord picture, which also, you might be seeing something with that picture coming to streams. Won't that be fun? Now we have a question from the wonderful Nyami. A bit of a longer one, so hopefully I can fit this all. Yami Okashi asks, what is your advice to people who have issues with biological family being transphobic, but they can't let go of their family in their hearts despite that? If that's too deep and depressing, what are your favorite Rubber Hose episodes? So I will answer both of these, because unfortunately I do have experience. Sometimes you have to do what's right for you. And sometimes that means saying goodbye, even if you don't want to. Because you need to take care of yourself before you take care of others. Your own life comes before theirs. If they truly care about you, they'll make an effort to accept you. At the very least, not discriminate, not be assholes about it. And unfortunately, sometimes that means just saying goodbye. It's hard, it hurts, but you need to do what's best for you. I always suggest, if you're in a position where you can afford to move out on your own, leave. Just leave. You're better off. You don't have to cut ties, but you don't need to keep them in your life. You can still talk to your family, still tell them you love them, but it'll be better for your mental health to be around people who actually understand and support you, rather than just be around people who are constantly gonna just like dead name you, misgender you, and they'll say sorry, but they're gonna do it again and again and again and again, because they're not gonna make the effort. And it hurts. You're allowed to still love them. They are family. But you have to do what's best for you. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a downer. I'm trying to be honest. As well, moving on to the second part. What are your favorite Rubber Hose episodes? Here's the thing, I don't know any of the names. I wish I did. I don't have the names of any of the episodes I love. I don't learn the names of the episodes. Anything from the wonderful world of Felix the Cat, really love. Getting my drink. Ah. So, that said, you're allowed to love your family, do what's best for you. I like anything from the wonderful world of Felix the Cat. I love my cat, my wonderful girl, will sit on her chair, get pet, and then run to the other side of the room and scream at me to come pet her, even though she could just sit in her chair. It's great. Okay. Now, moving on. What's the best place for a crime hideout? Asks Frosting the Clown. Personally, I find on top of a dinner theater works really well. It allows you to have a good, legitimate experience, being an actual business owner, doing a legit business, of course. Followed by having a good place to say, no, that's just up there. That has nothing to do with anything. It's perfectly legit. I live there. The whole psych project that there, some people need the kick in the butt of being cut off to learn you're serious. Exactly. Some people just don't learn. Why do I lean over so hard to look at my cat? Yeah, I find the best place is somewhere that has a lot of show to it. Somewhere that, it's very flashy, there's a lot of people going in and out, but it makes sense that a lot of people are going in and out, because it's a dinner theater. Of course there's going to be people coming in and out. There's people getting food, watching a show. It's what they do. That's how it works. No one ever suspects. Of course. Fully hypothetically, of course. I'm not saying you should ever do that, of course. Hopefully that answered your question, Frosting. Moving on to the wonderful cat who is in chat right now. 3 questions. 3 in 1. 3 in 1. What is your favorite type of clown? I'll answer these in order. What's your favorite type of clown? So for anyone who's not familiar, the big 3 when it comes to clowns are August, Whiteface, and Hobo. I am a whiteface clown. I have minimal makeup, and that's the big part. I'm more of I tell jokes. I'm not necessarily silly, but I tell jokes. Then you have the August. Much more extravagant face paint, usually more extravagant clothes, and does a lot more physical, silly jokes. A lot more comedy, physical comedy. Then you have the Hobo, which has the usual, like, 5 o'clock shadow thing, very tired look, usually a hat, very disheveled clothes, usually a more depressing act. That said, even though I'm August, I'm not August, I'm Whiteface. Even though I'm Whiteface, I love August clowns. They're my favorites to design. And I wish I could do more with them. I even wish I could do more with it with my design. But an August clown doesn't translate to grayscale too well. You lose a lot of the things that make it grayscale. Or you lose a lot of it that makes it an August. All the color, all the everything. It gets lost when you become grayscale. So it's the sort of thing like, I'd like to do more August, but also I need to stay whiteface. It's kind of my thing. When you were an acting clown, what inspired you to be one? So this actually ties into the third question you have here. Bouncy Clown series on the types? Exactly. Follow Bouncy. She's very talented. Just keep in mind, very, if you're not into that. The next two are actually kind of tied. When I was young, and this sounds like something the Joker would say. When I was young, I went to the circus with my mom, and I saw clowns for the first time, and it super inspired me. I wanted to be them. I wanted to be those silly weirdos who dress stupid, cover their faces in schmutz, and then just make people laugh. I wanted to be an entertainer. That is what I wanted. I saw clowns at the circus and decided I wanted to be one. I guess as a secondary, the big comfy couch, for anyone who's not curious, or for anyone who doesn't know, the big comfy couch starred a character called Lunette the Clown, who, not gonna lie, was my childhood crush. Kinda helped mold me. Society rejected you and became a mafia boss. No, those happened at the same time. It's a good cover. It works well. Hopefully those answered your question, Kat. Next question comes from Bergers. Love the style of this one. Will you be 1v1ing Bergers in the 2012 fast-paced 2D fighting game Skullgirls, or are you a nerd? Guess I'm a nerd. For real, I am shit at garbage games. I am horrible at fighting games. I'm garbage at almost anything competitive. Oh, I need better drinks. I am garbage at competitive. I only play single player or cooperative. I'm not good at competitive. I don't know what I'm doing. I just drank, but I'll take this. I'm garbage at competitive stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. The thing is, I used to play Skullgirls, but only against the PC. Or the NPC, the computer controlled. The non-human one. And I lost a lot. I'm not good at Skullgirls. So, Bergers, if you're here and listening, I'm a nerd. Sorry. You gotta deal with a nerd. That's just the life I live. Okay. Hi, sis. Size, however you want me to pronounce that, please let me know. Chat's just gonna make fun of me for being a nerd now, aren't they? Hi. I'm gonna call you Juice, because I don't want to say that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow, Juice. I appreciate the follow. Thank you. Carlos. Carlos Yadiel Studio. Welcome. We're just in the middle of a Q&A, I think. We're nearly done. We're done the official questions, but I'm going to be opening it up to chat. If you laughed even a little, my goal is complete. You got a snicker out of me. Congratulations, you got a snicker. Moving on. Any funny stories from your street performer days? Not funny, haha. So when I was performing, I would present as a female clown. There's a lot of people who try to give business cards to female street performers in hopes that they'll get like a private show. And that doesn't happen. I don't do that. I don't do private shows. That kind of shit doesn't fly. Also, thank you, Carlos, sorry. Thank you, Carlos, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh god, right? People will see a clown girl on the street doing like balloon shit, painting kids' faces, and think, yeah, I'm gonna give her my card, see if she calls me, and we'll do some fucking clown shit. And it's like, no. No. How many times were doing? That's very delayed. Thank you, Streamlabs. I'm sorry. What are you trying to say, Mego? I'm afraid I don't understand your question. That's not my nose. I've gotten it a few times. I want to say... How many times did you get a message like that? I want to say at least 7. I've had at least 7 different guys give me their card in hopes that I'll do some funny stuff. That we could do some funny business in private. And it's like, no. That's creepy. As well, back then I was more in the mentality, clowns are not sexual. I didn't believe in sexualization of clowns. To a degree, I still don't. But I understand clowns can be sexy. Just, I don't do that. I don't do that. This is such a fitting song for what I'm talking about. This is the worst song for this story. Oh Lord, this is the worst song for this story. Thank you, Spotify. That's great. But yeah, I had like at least 7. Did I do 7? There. I had like at least 7. I had like at least 7 people try to hit on me as when I was in full clown stuff, and it's like, what's wrong with you? You really think it's a good idea to hit on a clown girl? It's not. It's really not. Universe has a sick sense of humor. It's true. They think it's funny. It's, and now like, oh, you know, the whole Clussy thing. It's like, Anyway, next question, also from Gwen. Why do you bite when I'm so nice to you? Because I know you like it. I know you like it, sweetie. I hope that answered your question. Because I know it answered mine. Next one comes to me from Sal. Or SAL. I'm not entirely sure how he wants it pronounced. Will you do merch? Yes. So, I actually do have plans to make some merchandise this summer. As well, I'm working on some of my own merchandise for my own personal shit. In fact, I'll give a slight teaser. Let me just hopefully I can find this. Gotta be somewhere in here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show this. You all can't be surprised by it. Why is it so long? Oh, it's because it's cut off. 1 second. I need to show this because it's not gonna work either. Okay. So I guess without showing too much of it off, I'm planning to make a certain mouse pad that, God, no one else is gonna get this. I am planning to get some merch done. So, this will be fun for me. This is not gonna be sold anywhere. This is purely mine. So, I'll show that off when eventually I get it made. But I am planning to get like a Redbubble together, so I can actually sell some like birch. I'm gonna sell trees. I'm giving up VTubing and I'm gonna go into the lumber business. I'm gonna use my teeth and just chop down trees like a fucking beaver. God, I have a horrible time talking. But yes, this summer, in fact, you know what? I might even start next week. I'm gonna open a Redbubble and start trying to sell some Bittles merchandise. Because there's two big ones. There's Bittles and there's the Vaudeville, my wonderful place that I work from. And I'd love to do merch for both. The big one, and I'm glad that Redbubble allows it, because I want this to be a badge of honor for my goons, which is my button. I'm selling my button. You all can actually buy my button, and I'm excited to be able to do that. It is the simplest merch I can do, but I'm excited because it's like, okay, you're obviously a fan of Bittles if you have this button. And I love that. I'm probably going to do things like shirts. If I can find someone, keychains, stickers, the big one. And I am not nearly big enough for this, although I think we're getting close. I can't check live. We are near 400 followers. I'm not big enough for it. Makeshift. I want a plushie. I want a Bittles plushie that you can take home and just sit on your mantle and stare at because you're not going to do anything else with it. Hell yeah. Exactly. I would love 394. I'm so close to 400. I'm so excited. But yes, the big goal is a plushie. Become an official Bittles fan. Become an official goon. Become one of Bittles' goons. Any plans for 400? 400? No. I do have plans for 500. 500. We're doing karaoke. I have to get it all together. I need to make a new stage for it all. We're doing karaoke. Well, I'm doing karaoke. You all get to laugh at me singing. But yes. You're good and die a pathetic death? Good. You will all die amazingly. It's not a pyramid scheme if it works. I'm Mercury. We're just doing Q&A. We're gonna move on to the next one because I have answered this one. You sent a Twitter question. Oh, wonderful. I hopefully will see it. Oh, there's not a lot left. I'm gonna have to check them. So we're moving on. So I am planning to get merch. Moving on, another one from Sal, and this is a very easy one to answer because it's actually in the title of the stream. Will you open a Discord server? I do have a Discord. You can do !Discord and get into it. Congratulations. You're part of it. You're part of my goons. There you go. My chat broken? Or is it just not doing those? But yes. There we go. I have a Discord. Next question. Another one from Sal. What made you choose the rubber hose sword of 1920 styles? Not mean to come off, honestly, I just want to know. So, when going into VTubing, I noticed like everyone I saw, everyone was doing anime. Hey, got it! Yay me! Okay, that's fair. That's completely fair. Okay. I'll answer the question once I'm back up and my knees stop bending the wrong way. Okay. Okay. I should have sent this not as long. Okay. So, when I first started VTubing, I noticed like every person I saw was doing anime. This was before like non-conventional VTubers started really becoming a thing. And I decided, it's like, you know what, everyone's doing like modern anime. Why don't I just do the complete fucking opposite and just do American rubber hose? So I went super retro. And it works really well because it's still a very niche market. There's very few rubber hose VTubers. Off the top of my head, I think there's like 10. There's like 10 of us. Give or take. Rubber. Yeah. But yeah, I went with rubber hose because I thought, like, I don't want to be anime. I've already had kind of a design for Bittles, and it's like, Bittles doesn't work in anime. Although I am trying. So it's just, I decided to just go as far back as I could, and I like clowns. So, rubber hose clown. I just combine them into one great thing. I'll do modern anime, but there were also 90s anime style VTubers. There's a few. I can't name them off the top of my head because I don't remember. But there's a few. In fact, I know of someone who's going to be doing like a 70s Scooby-Doo style VTuber, and I'm excited for that one. I think it's going to be really cool looking. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question, Sal.
You what?
Keep forgetting it's at the bottom. I know of one that's going to be 1970s style. Scooby-Doo-esque. Next question comes from the Belts Show, aka Marcy. It's a question from a good friend. Whatever or however got you into loving clowns, rubber hose cartoons, rubber hose clowns, anything toony zoony, and those cute little Pac-Man eyes we just can't get enough of. So I've kind of answered this a bit. So I'll just reiterate. Stuff like The Wonderful World of Felix the Cat and Popeye really got me into rubber hose. And then like the big comfy couch and just going to the circus as a kid really implemented it all in my head that I wanted to be a clown. And I did. I got one more on the official thing, and I'm going to check for more messages in a second. Cecilia, what do you say to the claims of you falsely being claimed as a ghost? I can clearly see through your lies, you little toon are no ghost. So, for anyone who doesn't understand this reference, when I was first starting out, people didn't comprehend clown. A lot of people thought I was like a cartoon ghost or a cartoon skeleton. And it's like, I don't see it. I can maybe see it just because of my teeth. But for real, I'm clearly not a ghost. People just aren't used to pale white girls. You know, I'm not a ghost. I'm a toon. I'm a clown. I'm not a ghost, I'm not a skeleton. Technically, I'm not even a horror VTuber. You joined the Discord. Appreciated it, Carlos. Hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna try to be more active in there soon enough. See a boss who's a clown and pays me in cigars and bourbon. God bless this job. Listen, as long as you keep taking the payment, I can't go to jail. Okay, gonna hide this for a second. just because I need to find the more questions that were given. Let's see. Give me 1 second, folks. Ah. 2 bits. Sorry, I was looking for your thing. Okay, I got it. Hopefully it'll show up. Nope. Not the one I wanted, but yes. Carlos asks, okay, your question, why are you starting into funny clown business? Because I'm a clown. That's not my chest. So, as I've said, I like clowns. I've been drawing clowns for like multiple decades at this point, and I wouldn't have it any other way. What? What was wholesome? I don't pay attention to what I say. Which probably sounds stupid. But yeah, I like clowns. I'm getting into the funny business because I like being the boss. I like being the one who makes all the rules and I choose what happens. Carlos asks another question. Let me get it here.
You're cute, bitch!
Thank you. I really am. Carlos asks another question. Some questions is yours. Okay, here's my question. Are you actually making a horror game under the name Outlawn Studio? Because when you heard the part of the franchise in a horror game, it's pretty know there's a funny thing mixed up together into funniness. I'm trying to gather the question from here, Carlos. I'm not making any video games. I don't make video games. I don't know how to. I don't really have any desire to. A lone studio. Sounds interesting. I mean, it's got neat pictures. They don't show up too well in grayscale, but they look neat. No worries. The 2 bits. Listen, that's why I put there in. There. That's why I put that in. It's my favorite. Shave and a haircut. 2 bits. Okay. So currently, that is all the questions I've gotten. So, we're going to open this up now because I've got a while. Feel free to ask any questions in chat, and I'll try my best to answer them as best I can. Wow. I talk for a living, and I said nothing. No tune can resist. Exactly. I'm glad somebody gets that. I only just recently showed my friends that. What's the 500 followers plan? Karaoke. I already said this. That's fair. But yeah, it's gonna be karaoke. I'm gonna try to get oh, my voice is going already. When is your next session? I'm gonna turn this down slightly. When is your next session? I assume you mean stream? It'll be next Wednesday. Technically, I'll be live with Gwen tomorrow, doing something? I don't remember exactly. How is Carnival Sin going? Carnival Sin is currently done. It is done. The story is ended. There is no more to it. The characters are getting moved over to different things. The characters still exist. Carnival Sin is currently done. The question that makes everyone go insane. Blue and black or white and gold? Colorblind. Neither. So that's I guess I should have added that to the rubber hose part. Why do you do what you do? I'm colorblind. And frankly, it's easier for me to work in grayscale than to try to have everything in color, because this is just easier. I work in 3 colors: gray, black, and white. That's all I need. And it's my favorite. Plus this slightly darker gray on my cigar. I don't know why I blanked. I am immune to the drama. How do you art so damn good? Decades of practice. A little secret for everyone. Behind the scenes, I'm 30. I've been drawing since I was like 5. I have been drawing my whole life. And I acknowledge I need to get better. But I'm trying. My art is at a place where I'm happy, but I still want to improve. Which, I think is a noble goal. Trying to improve even when you're at a place that you think you're good. See you, Zori. Have a wonderful day. That scared the shit out of me. So I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna move that because I'm used to it being in the top corner. Oh. But yeah. I art good because I spend a lot of time just doodling and practicing. I've recently been trying to learn more dynamic stuff like shading and lighting and posing, which you would think I know how to do. Oh, I'm burpy now. But only because I have practiced only drawing like rubber hose shit. If you asked me to draw a hand, I would draw this. This is not a human hand. This is a cartoon hand. Don't draw these when you're drawing people. That's not what people's hands look like. It's a thing. So, to answer the question how I draw so good, I practice. Does anyone have any other questions for me before we maybe call this a bit early? What are your favorite genres of games? I'm a big fan of platformers. Specifically 3D platformers. My favorite game growing up was Sly 2. And that just set the standard for everything. I'm big on stealth games. Listen, nobody's dying on my watch. Nobody hurts my goons but me. It explains a lot. I played a lot of Sly. I'm super into like stealth games. Crime games are some of my favorite. We're gonna be doing the Mafia series on stream. So that'll be a fun one. Saints Row, continuing Saints Row 2. I like crime games. I know there's a lot of people that say like, oh, thank you. I have good opinions. There's a lot of people that have that very, in my opinion, stupid opinion of like, if you like a character that's morally bad, you are a morally bad person. And it's like, there's a difference between a bad person and a bad character. Someone who steals and kills and things is a bad person, but they can be a good character. There's a difference. It's why people like villains. Villains are bad guys, of course. Not gonna deny that. But they make interesting people, interesting characters. Someone like BoJack Horseman or Rick Sanchez, they're horrible people, but they're interesting characters. And I think that's a big deal that a lot of people tend to forget about. Hades. Yeah, I can see that one. Like, I'm not a fan of Rick and Morty, not excluding, the controversy that's been happening the last few months. Rick is a horrible person. I think they've tried to make him a better person in later episodes, But early Rick was a
I'm
horrible
about to go
person.
down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Okay, Hank. But early Rick was a horrible person. But he was a fun character. He was a good character. That's the difference. You can have bad people who are good characters. And I feel like a lot of people don't interpret that properly. So they think like, oh, if you like this character, you're a bad person. And it's like, no, I don't agree with what they do, but it's fun to watch them. If that makes sense. It's a thing. Tricked the watchers, making people think he was getting better. It was actually a robot wreck himself to act a better version. Exactly. It's the thing of, he's not a good person. I don't think you should ever make the excuse that he is a good person. Maybe he's trying, maybe he's not. Have you ever heard about Pizza Tower? I have. I won't be playing it because I would not be good at it. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard Pizza Tower. I might do some fan art for it because I like everything about. There's a bunch of games that I like the aesthetic of more than I like the gameplay of. Pizza Tower looks fun. I would not enjoy it. I don't know if that's a weird opinion, but that's what makes it fun for us. Listen, I don't want to be the sort of person that sits here just getting angrier and angrier. I don't find frustration entertaining. It's a big reason there's a few YouTubers I don't watch. Because their whole thing is just they get angry at video games. And it's like, that's not enjoyable to me. If it's not enjoyable to me, I don't think it would be enjoyable to my audience. Do you like mystery games? Depends. I'm not smart. I'm not good at deductive reasoning. So I need like a children's mystery. Stay away from getting over it. I've seen Mackenzie play it. Not my bowl. Not my game. If I did it, I would do a series of games that's like, I know this is gonna piss me off. So we are playing this until I get mad, and then we swap games. That's the only thing I would do. Maybe if I ever did like a follow-a-thon or a subathon, maybe I would do games that I don't want to, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to do stuff that's gonna make me angry. I'm not smart. Sits there discussing speculative biology for hours on end. Listen, I'm not smart at mysteries and deductive reasoning. I'm smart at biology. I'm smart at business. I'm not smart at being a detective. I'll leave that to Batman and Detective Chimp. How about turn-based RPGs? Those are my favorite. For real. I love something like XCOM. I know it's not probably the RPG you were thinking of, but I love something like XCOM. It's kind of chess, except you get to move all your pieces at once. Scooby-Doo, kinda. Hi, Charlie. But I like turn-based. I do not. I hate real-time strategy. I like having time to think about a solution. Just never. Ever played Divinity 2? No. I don't even know what that game is. It's talking stuff like old Final Fantasy. Not really. I'm not really into those. It's not a case of like I don't like them. It's a case of just I don't know. I've never tried them. Maybe I would enjoy them. Take me through Divinity 2? I'd like to see it. Original Sin is such a good RPG. Fair. If you like